improvements in the areas of governance. We've seen e-governance, the Ghana card becoming central.
Let me cut you.
Yes.
We're going to, so this is the live broadcast of the new Patriotic Party's Manifesto launch, which is coming to you from the GSTS, Secondary Technical School. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's manifesto, even though it's a new Patriotic Party's manifesto, of course, but he is the flag bearer, so you can say that it's his manifesto having brought out the bold solutions. The director of communication
is quite encouraging. I think we actually achieving the objective of coming to the Western region to launch this manifesto. There's something you need to know. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia was first introduced here at a manifesto launch here as a running mate. And so
2008.
Yes.
Okay.
And so it's quite almost coincidental, let me put it that way, that today he has to launch the manifesto for his own presidency in the Western region as well. But I think that we are quite well on course. We are going to launch a very progressive manifesto for the good people of Ghana.
Okay, I wanted to hear more on why you chose Takrady, but you've already explained.
I won't tell you.
Oh, come on.
I won't tell you. Our opponents are watching. It's for strategic reasons. Strategic reasons.
The thing with Takrady is that, so the secondary Takrady metropolitan area, NDC has never won a seat. It's always been an MPP place. Even though they are threatening to take
substantive question to you would be that there's been a series of manifestos, and I had the chance of looking at the manifesto that was put out in 2008, 12, 16, and 20. Now, there's a column which evidently shows the party's ethos in the way the manifestos have structured. we're just talking about how free SHS was boasted in, the 2024 elections.
Sure, it's as if you were in the room with us when we were working on this manifesto. Precisely how you've narrated is exactly the thinking around this 2024 manifesto. So the MPP is always known to be very heavy on providing social safety nets for the people of Ghana. And we do that on purpose. We are very committed to that. We believe that as a developing nation, the levels and standards of development and growth rate isn't the same. And so over the years, what we've always sought to do is to make sure that we make room for every Ghanaian to have a certain level playing ground. So there are basic things that every human being needs to survive. Good health, shelter, education. Then you are sure that at least you have a little chance to make it in life. And so over the period, like I said, social safety net for economic development through LEAP and all the other things that we do. We've been heavy on providing social safety net in education. President Kofo made basic education actually free through the capitation. He even went ahead to provide food through the school feeding program. By the time we rolled the FQ out, it became quite obvious that some of our people were so poor that even after paying their fees for them, because of food, the children were unable to go to school. So he provided school feeding as well. We even got to a point where we realized that every year the number of mothers who were dying at the point of delivery were becoming so high. So we brought free maternal health care. And then if you recall, it was at that time when another group started preaching about free CIS. And the whole idea was that if you look at the numbers that came in at the basic level, at the time when the reform made basic education free, it was obvious that our people were poor. And they needed help to go to school. And so Kufuor's time doubled. In fact, Kufuor tripled basic education enrollment. So the next one in 2008 said, listen, looking at these numbers, it's obvious what our people need is for us to just simply give them access to education by paying for them. So he started preaching about this. We didn't listen, actually, through no fault of ours. Then in 2017, when Anadu became president, he made senior high school education free. And the evidence is clear. The senior high school enrollment tripled. It's a fact. To the extent that today we have almost gender parity. The house helps and maids are serving as house helps. Nobody's daughter is now willing to go and be your house help after basic school. They all want to access senior high school education. And then he's gone ahead to make technical vocational part of being free. And technical education that used to admit about 40,000, 30,000 students is now admitting over 150,000. So really, there is evidence to show that the social safety net that the Nadu Kufuor and the MPP government in all provide for the people is critical. You can for the lives of the people be thrown away. And that is why Dr. Mahmoud Babia is saying that, listen, 2024. Try to build that base and shore it up. And so today we have over 300 factories that we are putting up. A lot of them coming up. Normalize economy where people sit at their homes, even in villages, to order for things on they are. What jobs and businesses.
next chapter where you're going to talk about jobs. In what sense when you talk about jobs? Because you've promised jobs since 2016. How different? You've introduced NAPCO in the
developing nations. That to the point that you have some individuals in India and even in the US who are doing two jobs. They have their computers in front of them, here, and they are doing. That's what we are driving at. Now, don't forget that we've been working on the minerals aspect. GIDEC, GISDEC, Ghana Aluminium Integrated Development. That space. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has said that, listen, we have Galamsey becoming a menace, and we have to find a new strategy in dealing with it. These people live in mining areas. This is what they see. For some, digging to plant yam mine, what do we do? Tried all manner of strategies since the 90s to be able to control it. It hasn't worked. Why don't we re-engineer it? And so he's proposing a completely reformed strategy towards small-scale mining. And that is going to create millions of jobs because we formalize it, create the proper bucket, and everybody will be part of. So he's spoken of the Minerals Development Bank. He will talk about it. What the Minerals Development Bank is basically seeking to do is to provide that financial backbone for the Ghanaian concessionaire. So you have your land, you own it. Don't go and look for a foreigner to come and take 80-90% away. There is a bank that is going to finance you. He's going to reform the registration and licensing regime to make sure that it becomes easy for you to be part of it. Now, if you are part of it and you are being guided and regulated, you are most likely to avoid going to the river banks and river bodies to go and mine, because you see, it's cheaper for them to mine in the rivers, and that's why they want to go there. But if the financial muscle is created for them to now be part of the real mining, the proper mining, then they will think the edge to a clear-cut strategy towards promoting SMEs. And you will hear this country, 80% are working for this country, 90% are about that as well. So he's outlining specifically in this manifesto areas where these jobs are going to be created. Umaru, it's an aspiration, it's an ambition, but it's very integrated. Once he does all of these things, he's protecting all the social safety net, the education social safety net, the health social safety net, to make sure that every Ghanaian everywhere wakes up in the morning enough resources to pay for every Ghanaian everywhere. If you are rich and you have so much money and you still believe that your child can be part of the public education sector, don't worry, use that money for other things for your children. The government, your people, your state will pay for your child's education. Thank you.
Of the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia campaign, just sharing with us his own perspective to the launch. I know you had more questions for him, but he has to also go and play another role in the hall. Yeah, so maybe you can raise those ones. I mean,
quite a number of examples. Now, India decided that at a certain point in their history, they were going to be a powerhouse when it comes to ICT. They did the same for the pharmaceutical industry as well. Now, what I would love to see is a clear path to how some of the ideas that are contained in the manifesto will be achieved. One of the things that we look back at is, okay, free SHS was a great idea. Now, others today will argue that a great idea, but at what cost? So grand ideas are welcome, because where we find ourselves, we're going to need to be very creative and bold. But in being bold, you also have to be careful that in prioritizing, you don't create a situation which is unsustainable. And so the efficiencies we need in public service, the efficiencies we need in the size of the executive, the resources required to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, to educate young people, these are things that we're going to need to be able to say, okay, well, this is how much we've got. This is what we're going to do. And this is how we're going to go about it. And I would hope that as you listed before the break, when we had Madame Obochi Sakofi join us, you listed a number of things, for example, that we should agree on where we want to be. Now, those are what you will call in strategy your tactics. That's your, your actions out of a grand plan. So the grand plan should be that we want every Ghanaian child that will go through the free SHS to come out with a certain level of skill. At the end of the day, when we're making a decision, on which party is best articulating what they can do for us, number one. Number two, that they have proven a track record that they'll be able to achieve it based on what they've done in the past. So manifestos for me will be always here, but it should be something that draws out of a national agenda to say that we do not want more than 5% unemployment, which means you look at your stock of how many children are going through free basic education, which is stretched all the way to secondary school. When they're done with that, what are the pathways to higher learning? And when you're putting these people into higher learning, are you structuring your intake in such a way that 4 years down the line, you have graduates who are going into spaces within the economy to maximize productivity in there and make sure that you have a competitive advantage over your peers on a global scale. So for me, a grand plan is necessary, but I do not think that a plan as detailed as the Kwame Nkrumah plan is what we need today, because the world is changing rapidly. Again, you could have done that and said, okay, this is how we're going to go by hook or crook. Everybody should be whipped into line, all political parties. Then you had COVID hit, right? Now you look back at our history as humanity, we have had at least one major cataclysmic event affecting the world going back to the plague of the 1800s. You come into, you had the global financial meltdown in the 2000s, you had your Gulf War 1 and 2. All of these things, geopolitics, and therefore
had effects on economies such as Ghana's own. So you've got to
our financial situation now as a country, I am wondering where it will reach if we continue, because there's no denying the fact that the free SHS as it is now is going through challenges. Private schools, of course, it's benefiting the numbers. What about the content that we are putting into the situation?
But they say that they don't care what you are saying. They say that every child must be educated. It is better for your child to have education under a dilapidated structure. It's better for your child to have the education without better for
in a very short space of time. As you've got to have to bite the bullet at some point. And as Miracles mentioned, you are going to have to continue to review as you go, because everything is changing rapidly. Today, there are courses on how to use generative artificial intelligence. Now, how do we incorporate that into our education? Yes.
Now, the reason I want to you and I came from Accra to meet Irama here. We both came by air. I would have loved to come by road, but it's not a dual carriage highway, so I'm afraid that there will be head of pollution that will kill me. I would have loved to go by the sea and a water taxi where I board at Jamestown, and before I realize I'm at Esikado, or I'm here in Sekendi by the port and get off. Yes, I would have loved that. But unfortunately, we had to come by air. Now again, issues with air. Should we build airports everywhere? There's one in Ho. Do we need it? So there's a member of the transport subcommittee of the Manifesto committee of the New Patriotic Party, Laura Tumosa Saka. She's joined us in our studio. So I wanted to ask her, why are you looking at me like what I'm saying? Is it not true? Where's your hometown? Where's your village? Where's your hometown? Mpaha, where is that? Central Gonja. Imagine if you had a working train system that would bring you from Yipala all the way to Accra. Would that not be beautiful? What's your communication, what's your transport plan in this manifesto? Share with us.
I mean, to give the plan, basically, I mean, I need to wait for the flag bearer to adore the manifesto before we could go into details, because that's his document, and we will all have to support. It was on his request that we came together to sit down as committees to put together ideas, and those ideas were not just conjured. We spoke to the stakeholders. So for the transport committee, we spoke to those in aviation, those in road transport, there's both, and Have you seen Fufu's Solar Road lately? Have you been to? Have you used that stretch lately?
Yes, I use all the.
Have you used that stretch lately?
Yes, I use it.
Have you used Larbanga to Solar lately?
It's a bit
How was it? No, Umaro. You are not being accurate. It's not a matter of being problematic. No. It's a disaster.
At least it's way better than what it was.
It's so nothing better. Look, let me tell you. I told you I'm from Central Gonja, right?
Yes.
So
I'm talking to
we have the Gonja Law and Youth Association. I started attending congresses from the 90s. Anytime you're traveling from, I happen to have my mom come from Bole. So anytime you're going to Damangoyo, you're going to any part of Savannah, we have to pass by Bole and see my grandfather when he was alive. Look, there's no way you use the strongest of roads from Bole through Sola to Larbanga and come back to Tamale the same. I mean, it was fixed all right, but fixing it and it's spoiling after so many years in a short period of time, is that what we want? But at least there was Eastern Corridor started by who? Professor Mills, right? The flag bearer of the NDC took it for 6, and even if we want to be petty, that's their stronghold. It should have been a priority. But hey, but not to be, I mean, today we are talking about our manifesto, so there's no need going on that tangent. But at least I like the fact that you admit that there's some improvement on the road. I remember there was this time I went to Pandai Polyclinic, and the matron was like, oh, if you pass here, you call us to come and tell you, help you swim out. That is where we've come from as a people. Yes. Yes, please.
Road projects have been halted because of issues with the Sino-Hydro contract.
I mean, there are some even in Takrade.
The PTC interchange, our first interchange that we were excitedly looking forward to. What happens next? Right now, they're all hanging. What is the next?
No, but if you take in note, since we went through with the bilateral agreements and all that, some of the cancellations and some of the debt forgiveness that was given. Work have started steadily. So if you had come to Takoradi probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, you'd have realized that everything was at a halt. But things are picking up. So you don't expect it to just happen. It's not magic. Gradually, we're getting there. Yes, please. Which one? Which interchange? Yes.
On by progressing.
I mean, if you followed what the Minister of Finance said after he came back from the meeting of all these things are going to pick up gradually. We still have a few loose ends to it, but the good thing is that there's hope that every road that has been started, it may not be necessarily before elections, because we are not into just doing whitewashing things and just presenting it for votes. We are interested in the development of this country. So it's not necessarily going to finish before 7 January, but they'll all pick up.
Do you have the necessary
all those
funding?
things were tied to loans and other bilateral agreements. So definitely there's funding. There are a lot of projects around the country that were tied to a lot of these things. But gradually they are picking up. It will take a bit of time. We agree that it's a bit challenging. People want to see development in their areas, but we also won't just do it for the sake of it. We need to do it and do it well.
There's this road at Mpoho. Let me ask this when the question comes to you. No, but she is with
transport.
I'm sure you are aware.
She's working with the next chapter, not now. So I know the.
But you see, that is where we come to. When you reduce, Omaro, when you reduce transport to just road infrastructure, then we miss it.
In the Western region, we need the roads.
No, of course. I used to be on the Takwa District Hospital project.
So you know how important
it was worse than this. So at least there's hope. Let's just push it.
I mean, you're right that transport is beyond roads.
Yes.
Of course, there's Sanders' opening remarks talked about the joy would have been if we could have come by water taxi. What are the key markers that will be different in the manifesto? Or if you look back at what we've had so far, what do you think would be key things that you would have to do differently?
One of the key things that Dr. Baumia even highlighted on the 7th of February when he put out a 70-point agenda, more like what we herald in the manifesto. That's what we term the bold solutions. One of the things that stood out was electric vehicles. And we're even going to start it with transport companies, because at the end of the day, one of the things that really drives the cost of transport is fuel. So if we're going to go into electric, at least it cuts down the commercial aspects of it. And also there are some concessions that will be given to those who import electric vehicles or other forms of vehicles to also help reduce those things, emissions and all that. Don't also forget, apart from all these things, we have all these climate change conversations going on. Today, when you go to certain parts of the UK, for instance, there are emission zones that have been demarcated. I mean, I was even asking one of my students, I was like, it looks like lately the cars around London are a bit bigger than they used to be. And her answer was, we are moving from more energy efficient and more climate friendly vehicles. So that is where the world is moving to. We talk about transportation, we talk about aviation, we talk about a lot of these things, but it all has an impact on it. So you just can't put them in isolation. It's a whole thing. And by the time Dr. Baumia is done outlining what we are going to do in our manifesto, I believe that every Ghanaian will know that we are moving from here. We talk about the fourth industrial revolution. You even have other places that they demarcated the fifth industrial revolution. That's what we are talking about. It's the future, not the past. It's digitalization, not analog things. Look, I was just looking at the airport we have now. Fantastic, Terminal 3. But look at the traffic there. But imagine if a concourse is built between Terminal 2 and Terminal 3. It will be the West African hub, because we are the destination of trucks. have a fantastic country, but you need to have the kind of leadership that understands the trend in the world, that understands and believes in the future, that understands what the youth can do, how to build the youth, how to give the growth mindset. Because we can talk about a lot of all these things, we can talk about our points in infrastructure, but if we don't have the growth mindset, if we don't have the leader who understands, who has the knowledge to implement these things, I'm sorry, we'll just be talking to ourselves.
The transport subcommittee is one of many subcommittees,
yes.
And I would like to get your thoughts on what kind of work was done with, for example, education subcommittee to ensure that the solutions to our transportation would be added to what we're doing with education. An example from, I think, Uganda or somewhere in East Africa comes to mind, where a university has developed an electric bus which would inure to the benefit of that nation, because they're looking to start using that in their own version of the bus rapid transit system. Now, movement of people is critical within the country. How are you linking the vision for an improved transportation delivery for Ghana to education?
So we talk a lot about having industries, building, producing things that we consume and all that, because one of the things but when you look STEM, we've already started with about 10 STEM schools. About 6 of them are running now. The last opening for the senior high school, there are a couple of them that took students in. And one of the fundamental things is technical and vocational education. And how else can you do it? TVET is now free. You should see their labs. I think you should take a visit there if you haven't. State-of-the-art infrastructure, because you can't expect people to be building modern machinery when you are giving them samples that are in the past. So it's been well equipped, and that is where we are looking at it. We have to move from the 60-40 humanities science to 60 or even more, because that's the fundamental. It's a whole thing. You have different sectors, but it all comes together as a whole thinking and a whole document, so we can have it. Definitely. Thank you, Mara.
Joining us here, she is a member of the subcommittee on transport for the New Patriotic Party's Manifesto, which is going to be outdoors in a jiffy. Let me just back announce that the running mate to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, that's Dr. Matthew Popo Prempe, the MP for Mensha South, has arrived here in the auditorium. The Vice President himself, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has just come to the event ground. He also arrived and ready for today's event. We're still expecting the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to arrive, and then the program would essentially commence. But it's been a series of activities happening here so far, and the key issue is that we are looking forward to the manifesto launch, the outdooring of that document that the New Patriotic Party is hoping to sell to Ghanaians, which document would, if the party succeeds, be the document that it will be implementing in the next 2025 election, 2025 government onwards. That is the plan, that is the manifesto. Irama is here with me, Inshado is here with me, he's with Asasi Broadcasting, I'm with Channel 1 TV and CTFM, but we're also broadcasting to multiple.
Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy.
The youth president or the youth commander of the New Patriotic Party, Salam Mustafa, 2 days ago we saw a video of him very charged and angry, and he appears to have You are calling for war, Salam. You look like a gentleman. I've interviewed you before you became a general secretary, and you become general secretary, and you are saying that you're not going to sacrifice peace for victory by the NDC. What was that about? It sounded too unlike you. What's happening?
I'm a gentleman.
Say that again.
Every single day I'm a gentleman. Always a gentleman.
So what happened? What were you doing?
So if you listen to me, I was quite clear in what I said. And you know me well. I choose my words quite carefully. I did not make a declaration of war. So I was quite clear in what I said. And I started by saying that it's a response. Because in the course of the week, we heard the NDC national chairman say that they will not append to the peace pact that we usually, submit to in the course of the election process, that they would not, citing a lot of flimsy excuses. Then at their launch of the youth manifesto as well, I heard them saying, they will not be victims of peace, and that when you draw dagger, they will draw dagger, and so on and so forth. One thing I know very well is elections. Umaru, I know elections very, very, very well, and the psychological aspect of the election is as important as the election itself. So if you begin to prep up your supporters in a way that I think that it should be nipped, I will do it. My communication was very simple. If you people tell us that you would not be victims of peace, I'll also tell you that we would not submit on the altar of peace. The same principle, two sides of a coin. It is up to us to now put the ball on the ground and play, for fairness sake. No. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. I said.
Do you think your words came out wrongly, or you stand with those words as they were uttered? So you stand by those words?
In my thought, and I repeat and I stand by it. We will not.
This is an opportunity. You don't want to clarify.
There's nothing to clarify. What I said is that we will not be cowed into defeat. We will not be pushed into defeat. We will not be forced into defeat. I tell you what, if the Ghanaian people express their sovereign will, we will respect it. I've made a lot of analogy in the 2008 situation when Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo had 49.7%, less 23,000 votes to cross the 50+1. We accepted and went into a runoff. That is the DNA of the New Patriotic Party. So we will respect the sovereign will of the Ghanaian people. What we will not accept, what Umaru, I tell you, there's no single day I will take is when another man wants to tell me your balls are bigger than mine. I tell you, there's no such
of the party. His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the national chairman of the party, the chairman of the Council of Elders, Honorable Hakman Owusu Ajimai, accompanying His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia to this all-important event.
And I did this with?
Please clear up the front. Please clear up the front. Eric, please clear up the front. His Excellency is going to take a wave at the crowd. His Excellency. This is the couple, our president. His Excellency will take his seat. The General Secretary, the running mates, the National Chairman our Chief of Staff, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Wow. Thank you very much. The leader of the party, the leader of our party, our candidate for the 2024 general elections is seated. We are waiting the arrival of His Excellency, the President of the Republic, the Commander-in-Chief, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, will join us in a few minutes. Right after that, this event will begin. We are live on all major networks in the country. We are live on all major handles in the country. We are live across the globe. We are live across the earth. Today is the MPP's day. It is a policy weekend, and we welcome you all from wherever you have come from across the 16 regions of our country. Thank you very much. As we await His Excellency, the President of the Republic, all movements in this hall will cease once His Excellency arrives here.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to.
Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible
Forward to a solid program today. Thank you very much. Please be seated. His Excellency, the President of the Republic, led by the Regional Minister for the Western Region, His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, is arrived. His Excellency is arrived. He's exchanging pleasantries. Honorable Joe Gate, Honorable Mark Meno, Governor Ajepong, His Excellency exchanging pleasantries with Adenimo and Mr. Kojo Nsafu, Kojo Poku Nsafua. Thank you very much, His Excellency, the President of the Republic, as he takes time to exchange pleasantries with the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the party, Chairman Wuntumi, yes, Chairman Masawood, in a hearty conversation with the President. That's right, His Excellency the President in the House. Chairman Blay, Madam Kate Jemfua, Honorable Aziz Futa, all in a hearty exchange of pleasantries with His Excellency the President of the Republic. Yes, President and Chairman Sabonsu, President and Chairman of the Western Region in Dedesia, the Chairman of the Council of Elders, Hakman Owusu-Ajimai, the President and the leader of the Parliamentary Wing, Afenyo Marking, the General Secretary, the President and the running mates, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, His Excellency, in a hearty conversation with Madam Samira Baumia, the Second Lady and the wife of the leader of the party. His Excellency exchanging pleasantries with Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And once His Excellency takes his seat, we will take the national anthem, and all media houses we will take the national anthem before the President takes his seat. Please, the national anthem. We will take the national anthem of the new patriotic party at this point. she rado. She rado. Thank you very much. Thank you. DJ, thank you very much. We have one to save Ghana. Thank you very much, DJ. At this point, we would hand over to the program director, Mr. Miracles Abuaje, and the Deputy General Secretary of the party, Dr. Tibu Dako. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kawo. Good afternoon, Western Region. Good afternoon, Ghana. Good afternoon to the old, the young, the woman, and the man in every corner of this country. To the Gen Zs, we say good afternoon to all of you. You are very much welcome to the launch of the 2024 Manifesto of the new Patriotic Party. Selfless leadership, bold solutions for jobs and businesses. And this afternoon, you should expect to see yourself in the future that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and the new Patriotic Party is seeking to build for us. For the mason, for the carpenter, for the laborer, for the barber, and the caterer, the teacher, the lawyer, the doctor, wherever you find yourself, whoever you are, the new Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has a plan for your future.
Good afternoon. I am Antoinette Ajua Fijina Tibudako. I'm the proud Deputy General Secretary of the new Patriotic Party, and I'm also the Deputy Campaign Manager for the 2024 election. And believe me, everyone, it is possible. We are doing it together. We would all recap that 16 years ago in 2008, His Excellency, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, was introduced to us and to the whole of Ghana in Takoradi at the MPP Manifesto launch. Fast forward, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today he is the leader of our great party. He is the flag bearer leading the party to victory in the presidential election in 2024. He is a proven leader, undoubtedly. He is a man of many people, a man of destiny, and he is a unifier. I won't make too much noise. This afternoon, we are going to hear it all from him as he speaks to us boldly about the plans he has for Ghana's future. But before him, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us always remember that before him came a strong and amazing president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He is here with us, and also with us is the leadership of our great party. But before we continue with the introduction of our dignitaries, I respectfully ask you, please let's be quiet, put ourselves in a somber mood, and let's have a medley of prayer. We are inviting respective people from all faiths, and they would all pray with us together. So may I now kindly invite a traditionalist, Eja Enekum, the Takoradi Osahini Ketechie III, who would give us a traditional prayer. I would also invite Apostle Dr. Rockefeller Owusu Safo and Reverend Timothy Kumson, and also the regional chief imam, Imam Zuklifu Abdul Wahid, and together they'll give us a medley of prayer. Thank you. So he'll go first. Yes, you wait for me.
Ego, Ego. Tobe. Tobe. Kuku. 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 Ndamasi. Mejema wadi. Ye jama sasefua. Te bianje na so. Ah ma wadi Yankopon tumfu yame. Wadi a chawon amonsa. A chawon me ask me ke shira me. Me shebe se mama. Wadi shermam. Asasa fonson. Asasa fonsani. Asasa fonsa. Ask me to say this in Sunday. MPP ebe. Ya yebi. Ya. Nsensani. Afi ya. Nsa awdala. Obi to start your man. When MPP hono. Ananke ye. Nse MPP. Aha ni yako. Nsensani. Nana kufaro. Anene nkalafo. Ewadi. Anto sibo nwu akmo. Mo expect ye biara. Ime ho ye. Nsani. Asasi ya monsa. Ya moni pasa. Asomedini ewe. Asomedini ewe. Empeti na kembara. Aha. Perfect mo funa. Okufa du wo fun tamala. Ani kwa bi wo fun tamala. Ani wo fura. Na nkwan nsani. Ya monsa si. Ya moni pasa. Da asi. Tobe. Kukuru.
صلوا على النبي الكريم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمينا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت ربنا لا تواهزنا إن نسينا وأطعنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Please, we are praying. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you. Father, we give you all the glory for this special occasion today. Father, we thank you for the life of our President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa, and his Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, now our party's flag bearer, who is going to be elected as coming president on the 7th December 2024. We also pray for his coming vice president, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe. Heavenly Father, we thank that this occasion will be an enormous occasion that will bring all the party members together, because together we stand, division we fall. Unity is our strength for this occasion. Father, we pray that whatever we are going to do here today will bring glory to you and the people here. We thank you that everything will come into mighty conclusion, so that at the end we will say, God, we bless your holy name. We pray for the traveling mercy for each and every one. If you pray, we finish this program. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you very much to our religious leaders. Kukrudu! We'll quickly move to acknowledge all of us here, and we are not going to leave anybody out.
We have thousands of people out there, part of the program as much as those of us here in the auditorium are enjoying it. And so let me acknowledge the presence of all polling station executives of the New Patriotic Party. Are you here? Let me hear you. Are you here? All the polling station executives. That's right. All constituency executives. Are you here? Presence of the national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Stephen Ayesu. Please put your hands together for the national chairman. And so we duly acknowledge the presence of all the national executive members, and we have the general secretary, Lawyer Justin Kodria, in our presence. Please put your hands together for Lawyer Justin Kodria. Let's acknowledge the leader of a majority group in Parliament, Honorable Afenyo Marcus, the MP for Efutu constituency. Please put your hands together for the leader of Parliament. And so we acknowledge the presence of all members of Parliament. We also acknowledge the presence of the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, Chief of Staff, Honorable Frema Opare. Please put your hands together for Honorable Frema Opare, the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana. I can also see the Chairman of the Council of Elders of the New Patriotic Party, Honorable Hakman Owusu-Agyemang. Please put your hands together for Honorable Hakman Owusu-Agyemang. And so we acknowledge the presence of all the Council of Elders of the NPP here present with us. I also acknowledge the presence of the chairman of the Manifesto Committee, MP for the good people of Swami, Honorable Oseche Mensabo. So please put your hands together for Honorable, for the good work he's done with himself and the committee members. Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest acknowledgement goes to the teaming members, sympathizers of the MPP across the length and breadth of this country. The woman watching us from Pando, the elderly woman in Busa South, the little child who is waiting to see what the future holds for him, with Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as president, and watching us from the Western North region, the millions of people watching us this afternoon in Ghana and across the world. We thank you for staying with us, and we can assure you this afternoon is definitely going to be a great one and a memorable one indeed.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in every territory, we will always have to pay due respect to the owners of the land. And as a great party and respecting our tradition, it is my honor to introduce to you the regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party in the Western region, Chairman Ndede Tia. Chairman, you are welcome. The chairman has been leading this party since 2015. His dynamic leadership has resulted in the strength of the New Patriotic Party in this region. Chairman, we would like you to share a few words with us. Thank you. We can do it better. A round of applause for the regional chairman, Chairman Ndede Tia.
Thank you, Madam MC. Kukurudu. Kukurudu. Are we here? Kukrudu! 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 Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and the 2024 MPP flag bearer, Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, running mate to the MPP 2024 presidential candidate, Honorable Akosia Froma Osei Opare, Honorable Chief of Staff, Chairman Stephen Ayensu Ntim, National Chairman of the Great New Patriotic Party, Jason Kodia Frimpong, General Secretary of the MPP and National Executives, National Council of Elders, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Makin, Majority Leader in Parliament and Parliamentary Leadership, Honorable Members of Parliament, Honorable Osei Mensah-Bonsu, Manifesto Committee Chair, and members of the Manifesto Committee and subcommittees, Honorable Oboishi Sai Kofi, Chairman of the Manifesto Launch Committee and committee members. I cannot conclude without mentioning my regional minister, Honorable Kobi Oche Daku Mensah, regional and constituency officers, Nanamo Auraimo, members of the diplomatic corps, friends of the media, invited guests, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocol duly observed. It is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the Western region for the launch of the MPP 2024 Manifesto. We thank the party leadership for choosing our region to host this auspicious event. Along with the people of Ghana, we are excited to witness this outdooring of the new patriotic manifesto, which will offer bold solutions to tackle the challenges we face as a country. It also provides innovative ways of helping Ghana achieve prosperity, productivity, and progress. Today is certainly a day that will go down in the history books as the day where the MPP laid the foundation of breaking the edge to secure a better future for Ghana and its people. Indeed, it is possible. Once again, I warmly welcome you to Western Region, and I hope you will enjoy the program. Thank you, MPP, for
Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Yes, this estate is responsible for affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family
Selector, kai gombela pasara munyani bijela. Oya babumo, wata palkura. Ana avelaji. Ebi le bala masham. Yile de batakati yende karenya yila tie kalala. Yala achele kai kasonya kan romere awobora bonongo. Ana avelaji.
It's the bottom go in the where you go down in the where you go bicycle or a team nice that's why I find you that's why I find you it's the bottom go in the where you go down in the baye, escaparu baye. Go in mama, hey go mama. Can't jam it up, hey go mama. Boys go back, or a team nice. That's why you're advantage. That's why you're advantage. Oh my God, get down, baby, let me go, I'll get up, baby, oh my God, get down, baby, let me go, I'll get up, baby, I'll get up, baby.
Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is free because of Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for selling affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy. Finally, my family is
They believe that Dr. Baumia is not consistent with his vision. They should stand up for a debate. It is only through a debate that they can expose Dr. Baumia. If they run away from a debate, then they are the liars and the inconsistent leaders in the country. And Dr. Maotiopoku Prempe free SHS was not possible. Today, she says she's a literature professor. Dr. Maotiopoku Prempe
working tirelessly to address these challenges. The solution is not to turn back the clock. These gentlemen and women are the same old people who could not transform this country. Is it Atu Forsen? Is it the Septekwe? Is it Asedun Katia? Or the one who is leading them? In the fullness of time, all things align. Have faith in the future government of Bawumia Matiopoku Prempeh. His Excellency the President is only one person. It is possible through his leadership, he may have done something to hurt you. But equally, many of us have had we've worked so hard, we have succeeded thus far. But we have some few months ahead of us. I want to encourage you to please make yourself available to support the cause of government. Let's finish hard. Let's finish hard. There's a prize awaiting us. And to all parliamentary candidates, let me plead with you. Enough of the reconciliation. Move on. Fight hard. Campaign day and night. Go to every household. Go to every household. We don't have time to settle disputes. Fight for this party the way you fight to save a sister. Fight for this party the way you fight to save a mother. Fight for this party. We need our numbers in parliament. In 2020 elections in Central Region, our president won 19 seats in Central Region, but just 10 seats in parliament. That is why we are having challenges. We don't want that again under Bawumia government. Let's get our numbers and win together. For we have done better in every aspect of the economy than any government in the Fourth Republic. God bless you. God bless us all. God bless our homeland Ghana and the New Patriotic Party. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Lift your handkerchief! Wave your handkerchief! Wave your handkerchief! This is the new patriotic party, the biggest political party in Africa. Be happy, be fired up, be ready. We are winning these elections. We are winning these elections. We are winning these elections. And we are winning it based on the records and the performance of this political party called the New Patriotic Party. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, leader. Radu. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Thank you, leader, for the very inspiring message. Please save the energy for the door-to-door and the house-to-house. It starts tonight. So let's save some of the energy. Thank you very much.
Dr. Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, the first gentleman of the land, Your Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia, the second gentleman of the land, the Chief of Staff, members of Parliament, distinguished personalities here gathered, ladies and gentlemen, it is of great joy that today we see a lot of people coming to our school. In fact, we of the GSTS community are so much privileged to host you here. In the account adage we say, we do to born a home hiano, na busumeni so yakon pensa. To it, where it is of most importance is where the Smith hit hard. And we visit the deity 3 times to show how important it is. This is the 3rd time the president is being hosted by GSTS. And we are most grateful for that because it shows how the president takes GSTS for. We are not privileged also to say that this building, the auditorium where the program is being hosted, was given to us by His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. And today, last year, October, he was here for the Ghana Teacher Prize. And today, he is also here for the launch of the MPP Manifesto. On behalf of my management, on behalf of the Board of Governors, the teaching and the student body, and the whole GSTS community, including the alumni, we want to express our sincere gratitude for being here, of all the schools and of all the places in the region. Choosing GSTS to us is a privilege. On this note, I wish you a successful launch of your manifesto. May God bless you. Thank you. Yes, sir.
The GSTS. So we continue our acknowledgments. At this juncture, please let's put our hands together for all the traditional authorities here with us. Please put your hands together for our Nananum. We also acknowledge the presence of the hard-working CEOs. Please give us a wave. All CEOs here, thank you for coming. Ministers and deputy ministers, please put your hands together for our ministers and deputy ministers. All our parliamentary candidates who have been given your marching orders by the leader, please put your hands together for our parliamentary candidates. So yesterday, somebody sent me a WhatsApp. I was asleep, but they woke me up. The WhatsApp simply read, "Hey, miracles. Hajia Samira is a very, very dangerous campaigner. Very, very dangerous campaigner. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the second lady and the incoming first lady of the Republic of Ghana, Hajia Samira Bawumia. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hajia, we appreciate you. We thank you. We see you. And we see all the good work you are doing for this party. The man of the moment. The man who is shaking the length and breadth of the NDC in every corner. They are afraid of him. It's obvious that the NDC are afraid of this man. Please, put your hands together for the running mates of the New Patriotic Party in the 2024 elections. Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. We thank you for the inspiration. All we are saying is that don't stop. We are behind you. And we are all the way through this journey with you. Thank you. DJ. To the very bold statement which all of us have taken, where one leader emerges out of the lot. And like they always say, when God calls you, he gives you the grace. This man clearly has the grace of God. And everything seems to be falling in its right places. In the next few minutes, he will be presenting to us a manifesto prepared with love. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, join us to acknowledge the presence of the Vice President, the leader, and the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the digital man, the wasted, the economic messiah, the man who is leading us to election 2024 and to the victory ahead of us. Your Excellency, we thank you, we appreciate you, and we acknowledge the leadership you are giving to us in times like this. We believe with you and leadership, we are going to break the edge. We are going to win a tight-term elections to move Ghana to the level we all aspire to say it. Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Kugrudu. 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 Talk of boldness. Talk of innovation. Talk of creativity. Talk of a leader who cares about his people in times of difficulty in spite of the challenges. The man who will go down in history as one that has made life easy, made dreams possible for millions of Ghanaians across this country. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who has set the pace of possibility, the man who has sent a wave of possibility, the man who has made it possible for every single member of this party to believe that it is possible for a political party to win a third-term elections. The man who has kept millions of young people seated behind their TV watching us this evening because he has given them the right to dream. As to you, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Impossible, and people, my book,
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, number 2. Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ. Thank you. Please put your hands together again for the president of the Republic. Please put your hands together for yourselves again. Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellency, the President. We appreciate you. We thank you for all the legacies you have put together for this country. You have made our party very, very proud. In spite of the difficulties and challenges, you have set strong examples for leaders that would come after you. And all of us in this room, we assure you, we will protect your legacy and will ensure that we build on this legacy for generations unborn. Please, let's welcome the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. Put your hands together for lawyer Okumkom Jackson Koduya, the Chief Executive of the New Patriotic Party. Please, make it louder for the youngest General Secretary we have in Ghana today. You're welcome, General.
Your Excellency, the President of our dear Republic, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, Your Excellency, the Vice President, leader of our party, and our presidential candidate for the 2024 elections, permit me to stand on existing protocols. Today is a very important day in the annals of our party calendar. After successfully making history and proving doubters wrong by electing a northern presidential candidate, we are again, as a political party, setting the pace by being the first to launch her manifesto for the 2024 election. I am not surprised at all, because even in exams, students who don't prepare always want the good one to start so they can copy them. So I will not be surprised that people will be copying our manifesto, because they are waiting for us, the good ones, to start. Your Excellencies, on my way to Takoradi yesterday, I made a stopover at Gomwa Central to do some party work. I met a young and beautiful lady called Afiba. She came to me when she was told that the General Secretary of the NPP was around. She gave me 2 messages. One to you, Mr. President, and the other one to our presidential candidate, Dr. Bawumia. To President Akufo-Addo, Afiba says thank you. If not for your free senior high school, she wouldn't have gotten the chance to have secondary education and to further proceed to study at the university. To our presidential candidate, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, Afiba says that she's completing university this year, and she wants to know how your manifesto, our manifesto, will create jobs for her and other youth who have benefited from free senior high school. Afiba, I know you are watching this manifesto, but trust me, Dr. Bawumia will answer your question. Ladies and gentlemen, I trust Dr. Bawumia, and I know that he will be a great president for us. A prominent man once told me that there are 3 kinds of leaders: an ordinary leader, an exceptional leader, and an incompetent leader. For an ordinary leader, is the one who accepts challenges but does not have solutions. For an incompetent leader, is the one who refuses to even admit challenges and takes delight in ridiculing the people with comments such as, "I'm not a magician to create jobs." Such as, "You have so many phones, that's why you have unstable electricity." Such as, "I've cancelled nursing and teacher training allowances. even if it will cost my presidency. However, an exceptional leader is one who accepts that there are challenges, but going to provide solutions to these challenges, such as introducing digitization, medical home delivery, gold for oil, and many more. Certainly, Dr. Bawumia is an exceptional leader. As for the incompetent leader, your guess is as good as mine. As a Ghanaian, I'm concerned about who leads this country in the next 4 years. And I know all well-meaning Ghanaians are equally concerned and will therefore choose a leader who will account to them after his 4 years stewardship, as opposed to one who, after just 4 years, will exit office. With Dr. Bawumia, Ghanaians will have the chance to evaluate his administration after 4 years and decide whether renew his mandate or not. Therefore, Ghanaians can hold him accountable to his manifesto. Thank you. God bless our homeland Ghana, and God bless MPP. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, General Secretary of the party. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I am proud. That is my boss, the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party. I am going to invite our next speaker, and I'll give you a hint. This amazing, I wouldn't say old, I wouldn't say young, but he is the epitome of one word in our party, perseverance. Me, I think he has taught us not just by word, but by example. Let us welcome the chairman of the New Patriotic Party.
Kukrudu. Kukrudu. And Kukrudu. Thank you. Your Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Permit me to stand on existing protocols to deliver my message. Granted. It is with heartfelt honor and a sense of duty that I stand in your presence to witness this august occasion as we unveil the NPP's Manifesto for Election 2024, which will guide us our party and our nation as we build upon the party's achievements so far. The moment of the 2016 elections, it becomes clear that our nation was at a crucial crossroads.
at the time you took over, characterized by major economic and social challenges, which were further exacerbated by issues of mismanagement, incompetence, and corruption by the previous administration. During that critical moment, the duo was given its responsibility to lead our cherished country, and they have proven themselves up to the task as a president and your vice president. After the past 8 years, under the visionary leadership of the president, Ghana has risen from the brink of despair. We are on the right path from where I sit towards economic prosperity and have embarked on far-reaching institutional reforms essential for good and accountable governance within a stable economic democratic society. Our achievements are many, including the successful implementation of the free SHS, STEM, and TVET schools, mobile money interoperability, the transformative One District, One Factory initiative, significant development through the infrastructure for poverty reduction programs, IPEP, the Agenda 111 hospital projects, among many others. However, as we all know, the journey has not been without any challenges. The coronavirus pandemic and the Russian-Ukrainian war tested our resilience as a nation. But under the competent leadership of Mr. President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, we navigated the turbulent times with determination and secured the health and safety of our people. So, as the President rightly put it, during the turbulent days, we know how to bring the economy back to life. What we do not know is how to bring people back to life, and I quote. Whilst working tirelessly to restore the economy from the clutches of the pandemic, these are the words that the President used to console us, and he delivered rightly on that. And all indications show that we are on the right path. Thank you, Mr. President. Today, we are not sharing a vision that reflects the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of millions of Ghanaians, both home and abroad, as well as those yet unborn. This manifesto is a social contract between us and the people of Ghana to promise that we will embark on bold decisions, so we work tirelessly to build a society that is fair, inclusive, and forward-looking. As we approach another crucial election in December this year, Ghana needs a stable, firm, and competent leader to lead us through the challenging days ahead and years ahead. I'm proud to present Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and his running mate, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, with steady hands needed to steer the vehicle of state towards the next Bawumia administration. I humbly call on all Ghanaians, regardless of their backgrounds, to once again support the new Patriotic Party's flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and all our parliamentary candidates in the upcoming general elections. God bless Ghana, our homeland, and continue to make us great and strong. Let's close our ranks to ensure winning this election ahead of us. Thank you for the attention. Thank you very much.
I never asked to be born in 2006 to a mother who
Rome Villa Estate. Yes, this estate is responsible for affordable litigation-free lands that have electricity, water, and accessible roads. I am so happy.
I never asked to be born in 2006 to a mother who believed in hope. But as fate would have it, here I am, having turned 18 and stepping into the world of decisions, convictions, and dreams. Registered to vote with a heart filled with gratitude.
Fellow party friends, sadly I am not able to be with you in Takoradi for this momentous occasion. It's such an occasion I shouldn't let pass without sending a message to you. When we present a manifesto, it should be a manifesto that addresses the entire nation. When we unite strongly behind Dr. Bawumia, when the nation sees it, we shouldn't underrate anybody these days. There are no secrets anywhere. We are entreating the nation to give Bawumia the chance, because I said it before at UPS that I've known him for some time and I see him as a man of destiny. And particularly for the moment we are in now as a nation, I believe he is the man of the moment. The whole world is talking digitalization. Then when you look around the world, leaders must be imbued with a innate understanding of geopolitics. Bawumia seems cut for the moment, cut for the occasion. Custom made, he's been exposed internationally. Always to do with finance. He's an international banker. He's studied politics. In fact, he was born into politics. And it's because of his loyalty to the tradition that the party gave him the chance to be the candidate. So please, we are presenting a custom-made candidate to Ghana, candidate that will digitalize the economy and social policy, a candidate that understands geopolitics and would relate his foreign policy, would bring on board a sound relationship whose core will be Ghana's best interests internationally. So today, I wish the conference in Takoradi God's blessings and all the success. So the manifesto, our leader, our candidates, is presenting will be received by all of Ghana in the confidence and trust that truly Bawumia is the man of the moment, man of destiny, and a very insightful, humble person, like cut to lead. This is my message to you, and I wish you all well. Kukurudu, kukurudu, kukurudu. God bless you. Thank you.
He's the first president to have won elections for the new patriotic party in the Fourth Republic. Please let's give him a round of applause. Thank you very much. We would always remember him for free maternal health care, for introducing the national health insurance, and for many other social interventions, especially the livelihood empowerment against poverty program that has made more poor people inclusive in Ghana's development. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the MPP inherited a Ghana in dire stress, needing intensive care in 2017. However, the party rallied together, just as we did during His Excellency, the former President John Ejekum Kufuor's era, and we turned things around. Between 2017 and 2019, there was evidence of growth, and the economy we held together grew by 7%. We created jobs, we introduced free SHS, and we did a lot of positive things for our people. The digitization drive especially was in full swing. We acknowledge the difficulties that we've had to go through in recent times. But once again, we have seen and recognized the resilience of Ghanaians, and by the grace of God, who makes all things possible, we will turn things around again. We have started, and we have a firm belief that the strong legacies we have built will be the foundation for this. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and all party faithful here, please stay with us as we share with you excerpts of the strong legacies that will be building Ghana's future on. Thank you.
In 2017, the NPP inherited a fragmented digital infrastructure that limited public service efficiency. Since then, we've revolutionized how services are delivered with the Ghana card and mobile money interoperability, enhancing speed and accessibility. Our efforts have greatly improved government interactions, making life easier for every Ghanaian. However, our vision doesn't stop here. We aim to further expand and modernize Ghana's digital landscape. The journey towards a fully integrated digital society continues. Stand with us. Vote for innovation. Vote for Bawumia. Bawumia means business. In 2000,
MP Ofoasi Ayurebi.
Ghana Mampeni Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo. Nyankopon ya Adoma 2025 Mampeni Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ne Dignitary Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh. MPP mpanimfo nyina michiamu nyina wa Awurade Yesu Kristo din mu. Medin di Kwadwo Oponkroma mifi Ofoasi Ayurebi constituency. Na Modaroma menkomo no edu baabi a mepoto kakra. Ghana fo nipa dodo na yenya banduma yenye broni aduma yeye adwadifo yeye ekuafo yeye nsano djuma eno nti sa ban bi ba na so pese oboa Ghana fo dodo a na so oboa adwadifo ekuafo wonuma yeye nsano djuma e wo so fa kwan hodo so a senia omadwuma ebia nkrata asem enka ho no obeboa ma omadwuma afa abefo kwantempon so That is why the Akufo-Addo administration, with the strong support of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, adopted digitization. The Ghanaian economy, as you know, is hugely informal. And any economist worth his salt knows that there's a need to formalize the Ghanaian economy, to formalize it through digitization. When President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia first mentioned digitization, as usual, the naysayers did not believe them. They didn't understand the vision. They mocked and they joked and they called them names. But today, digitization is bearing fruit for many Ghanaians. Digitization, ladies and gentlemen, is not an end in itself. It is a means to an end. Digitization is designed to ensure that people can access government services faster and with more efficiency. It is designed to ensure that people's jobs and businesses can be enhanced. And that is why from 2017, a number of interventions were introduced. First, overhauling the Ghana National Card and National ID system. Second, introducing a robust mobile interoperability system. Third, ensuring that every address in Ghana had a digital ID system. Additionally, drones were introduced to ensure that essential medical supplies could move to various parts of the country. And it was also a delight of His Excellency the Vice President to ensure that several government services can be applied for online. What has been the outcome? Today, there has been a boost in e-commerce and deliveries, creating jobs for thousands of Ghanaians. Today, there has been an increase in access to credit because it is easier for credit agencies and lenders to identify people and to identify where they live. Today, there's higher efficiency in government services because you can sit at home and apply for various government services. You can renew your national health insurance card, you can apply for passports, you can participate in tax and pension services. Today, the Ghana card has reduced the number of ghost names on our payroll and in return, saved the Republic millions of Ghana cedis. And by linking the Ghana card to the eSIM registration, identity fraud and mobile money fraud has been reduced. Thousands of lives have also been saved because of the drugs, the blood, and the essential services that have been delivered by drone. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia have laid a firm foundation for digitization. And now, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh will build upon this digitization foundation moving forward. Ghana's economy requires the next level of formalization. And you can be sure, I said you can be sure that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh will take us there. We require selfless leadership, bold solutions, and innovative ideas for the future. Digitization is just one of them. And Dr. Bawumia and Dr. Prempeh will deliver. When you give them your vote to move Ghana to the next level. I thank you for your attention.
Access to quality healthcare is a fundamental right, and under the NPP we've made significant strides to ensure this for every Ghanaian through key initiatives like Agenda 111, which has built new medical facilities across the nation, and the establishment of the National Vaccine Institute with greatly enhanced healthcare infrastructure and capabilities. We've empowered healthcare workers with better training and tools, leading to a noticeable decrease in mortality rates and improved immunization coverage. But our work isn't done. We're committed to further advancing our healthcare systems to ensure even broader access and higher quality of care. Join us as we continue to invest in a healthier future for all. Vote for Bawumia. Bawumia means business.
Yamena, my name is Dr. Ikea Mwako, and I hail from Japa in the Upper West region. One of the most crucial pillars of our nation's progress is our healthcare system. Healthcare is not just a service, it is the very foundation upon which the well-being of our citizens is built. A healthy population is essential for a thriving nation, and over the past years, we have made significant strides to ensure that every Ghanaian, regardless of their location, has access to quality healthcare. First, let's talk about infrastructure. We have embarked on an ambitious journey to expand our healthcare facilities, making healthcare more accessible to more Ghanaians now than ever before. In the past 8 years, we have completed over 47 hospitals, clinics, and healthcare projects. We have renovated and completed 428 CHIPS compounds and 230 health centers. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the gaps we had in our local infrastructure system, and that led His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to embark on the most audacious health infrastructure investments ever done in this country. Through the Agenda 111 project, we are constructing 111 hospitals across the country, including districts, regional, as well as psychiatric facilities, which have been overlooked over the past. These investments are ensuring that no community is left behind. We are bringing healthcare right to the doorstep of the citizens. But infrastructure alone is not enough. We understand that timely medical interventions can mean the difference between life and death, especially in our remote areas. That's why we introduced the world's largest medical drone delivery system, Zipline, which is simply a game changer. Do we all remember when snake bites were killing our people in rural areas? Do we all remember when our mothers during childbirth were dying because essential blood products could not be delivered on time? These are the preventable deaths that the Zipline initiative is here to quell. With over 2,600 health facilities onboarded, we are delivering essential medical supplies, including blood products and vaccines, to the most remote areas of our nation. This innovation is saving lives daily and ensuring that healthcare is truly universal in Ghana. Our commitment to improving healthcare goes beyond physical infrastructure and innovative delivery systems. We have also expanded the National Health Insurance Scheme, the NHIA, increasing active membership from 10.8 million to over 17 million in 2023. This expansion, coupled with the inclusion of critical treatments like dialysis, childhood cancers, and hydroxyurea for our sickle cell patients, means that more Ghanaians are receiving the care they need without the fear of financial ruin. Now, let's think about this. Imagine a country like Ghana with barely 50 semi-functioning ambulances serving 30 million citizens. A country with an ambulance ratio of 1:524,000. Well, that was our reality and not just an imagination. But guess what? The Akufo-Addo government changed that narrative. Today, we have added a whopping 307 ambulances to our emergency healthcare system. Today, every constituency has at least one ambulance. With the mindset of possibilities, we have changed the narrative in emergency healthcare and attained a ratio of 1:84,000. Now, that is progress. This initiative is a testament to our belief that healthcare should be swift, efficient, and accessible to all. Alongside this, we have digitized our healthcare records, making patient information easily transferable between facilities, which enhances the speed and accuracy of medical interventions. Our achievements in healthcare reflect our unwavering commitment to the welfare of every Ghanaian. From building state-of-the-art facilities to pioneering drone deliveries and expanding insurance coverage, we are transforming our healthcare system to meet the needs of our people. We are not just improving healthcare, we're ensuring that every Ghanaian can live a healthier, longer, and more prosperous life. Now, let us give the flag bearer of the MPP, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, our rapt attention as he unveils the next chapter of bold solutions for the transformative growth of our nation's health sector. Thank you.
In 2017, the MPP inherited an unemployed graduate association. The MPP has focused on creating jobs, and more jobs through industrialization policies that stimulate growth and innovation. The 1D1F project has created over 500,000 jobs and support for local businesses and startups through GEA and YEA has created employment opportunities and fueled economic progress. In the past 8 years, we've seen a remarkable increase in job creation, revitalizing our economy. Yet, we agree there is more to be done. Keep the faith with us and vote Bawumia. Bawumia means business.
Alice Yakubu.
All right. Your Excellencies, in the interest of our time, I stand on existing protocols. Adoko, good evening. The microphone, all right. Your Excellencies, in the interest of time, I stand on existing protocols. Adoko, good evening. I stand before you all with immense pride as a young woman from Nampanduri in the northeast region of Ghana. I am a student from University of Ghana, a level 400 student reading BSc IT. My academic journey has been deepened by the appreciation of the digitalization drive led by His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. It is, thank you, a visionary leader who has inspired not just me, but the entire generation of Gen Z. I was born in 2000. The same year, our former president, H.E. John Ajekum Kufuor, was elected. I have witnessed the resilient story of His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, emerging as our leader. Sorry, thank you. Okay. Dr. Bawumia's focus on digitalization has actually helped us on how we interacted with government and also manage our lives, from accessing service, online trading, and transforming financial transactions. Already, our MPP government has created about 21 million jobs, which is already a remarkable achievement, especially in the face of global challenging economy, which has already caused the COVID-19 and the Russia-Ukraine war. The public sector has recruited over 1.2 million people, while the private sector has created a lot of jobs, nearly about 975,000 jobs. We have seen a lot of significant increments, with numbers more than doubling in some of our areas. The MPP government has established the Nation Builders Corps and has recruited more than 100,000 graduates, with 34,000 NAPCO training, circulating payments, employment. But the journey has not been just that. Beginning with a bunch of manifesto, we embark on the new chapter, one that has promised to bring progress and a proper Ghana to which we are attaining heights. Together with Dr. Bawumia, we are going to progress, also made a propel government, which is going to attain more heights. This is the moment where I am here, standing on behalf of every Gen Z, calling on every youth. I'm calling you, every youth, Youth, are we here? It is. We are in an era of digitalization. Let us utilize our digital world. For our president and our current vice president, they are really doing well for social media. People would meet you and ask you how we see things in the future. Are we sure we are going to survive as young ones? Are we sure we are really going to do well? Having Dr. Bawumia, make sure that you announce and tell everyone around you that it is always possible. We the Gen Zs, let's keep preaching. It is time for all the youth to come out and rally for a better person who would give us all opportunities, access to jobs and everything. Thank you.
In 2017, the NPP inherited an infrastructure network in need of renewal. We've since focused on building modern, resilient infrastructure, expanding roads, railways and housing through strong partnerships with the private sector. As we enter the next chapter, a revitalized public works with local governments enhancing district roads. We're committed to expanding railways and upgrading airports to connect Ghana for a stronger future. While much has been achieved, there's still more to do. Vote for Bawumia. Bawumia means business.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of development is to improve the quality of the life of people. It demands putting in place the institutional and infrastructural means to work together to raise productivity. Productivity comes from speed and excellence in innovation. That is why over the past 7 years, the NPP administration, under the leadership of the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, has invested heavily in public infrastructure. Roads in the thousands of kilometers and multi-level bridges which have changed the skylines in our cities. We have modernized our seaports and opened new airports. The NPP has increased the road network from 78,000 kilometers to nearly 100,000 kilometers, including 2,000 kilometers of asphalt overlay and rehabilitation and maintenance of 11,674 kilometers of roads. These network improvements have included the construction of not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six, but 12 multi-tier interchanges in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Tamale, and Takoradi, 6 of which have been completed with another 6 under construction. We have initiated and overseen the construction and rehabilitation of more railways than any other government since 1992. Achimota and Sawam, Accra Tema, Kojo Krom Takwa, Kojo Krom Manso, Tema and Pankadan. We have constructed more fish landing sites than any other government since 1992, including Axim, Diskov, Mori, Mumford, Winneba, Senyabreku, Komwafete, Teshi, Osu, Ekumfi, and Infantiman. The NPP administration has made significant investments in Ghana's airport infrastructure, including the upgrading of the Prempeh, the first international airport in Kumasi, through phases 2 and 3, which feature a new terminal building with initiating phase 1 of the which feature a new terminal building with a 1 million passenger capacity per year, a car park and access roads. We are also initiating phase 1 of the Sunyani Airport Rehabilitation Project, completing and commissioning the modernization of the Yakubu Tali International Airport in Tamale. Progress is a nice word, but change has many enemies, and we have seen our detractors attempt to deny Ghanaians of the reality of the NPP's investment in infrastructure. As Edward Derman said, In God we trust, all others must bring data. We have backed our claims with data. Anyone who disagrees should subject their position to the crucible of data and debate. The overwhelming declaration from the investment is not just that the individual is better off today, but we are better off as a country in terms of minimizing our public deficit, our public infrastructure deficit. That should be flattering, but we are not satisfied. We want to do more. Indeed, we must do much more. The Ghanaian people demand and deserve that we do more. And yes, we can do more. It is. As a new patriotic party, we must accommodate changing times, but cling to principles that never change. Under a Bawumia presidency, the government will work more with the private sector to build and maintain public infrastructure, including roads, airports, etc. As Dr. Bawumia puts it, to lead is to solve. Now more than ever, Ghana needs bold solutions to its challenges. As Ghana stands at the threshold of a new era, we must recognize that the leadership we need for the future is about vision, innovation, and the ability to adapt to emerging challenges. As a Vice President, Dr. Bawumia embodies the perfect blend of continuity and transformation. With his youthful energy, digital savviness, and proven track record of driving progress, he is uniquely positioned to take the baton from the current generation of leaders and steer our nation towards a brighter future. Let us choose the right leader for a brighter tomorrow. We are voting Dr. Bawumia and the MPP for a future of hope, growth, and prosperity. Thank you.
Over the past 8 years, the MPP has significantly improved support for our most vulnerable citizens. From expanding school meal programs, enrolling 300,000 more people in the LEAP initiative, enhancing health care for expectant mothers, we've strengthened the fabric of our society. But our work isn't done. We are committed to further enhancing these programs and introducing new initiatives to ensure that every Ghanaian has the opportunity to thrive. Vote for progress. Vote for care. Vote for Bawumia. Bawumia means business.
Obviously,
Ladies and gentlemen, I beg your pardon.
But who cares? Mado Lena miapete miajilao miajikwalao blameketoji pete milepopo. My name is Elizabeth Akua Ohini. I come from Abutia in the Volta region. And this is about leaving no one behind. The new patriotic party has a proud record of identifying the vulnerable sections of society and putting up safety nets to ensure no one falls through the cracks. For example, we restored the teacher and nurse training allowances that had been cancelled and made it possible for future educators and healthcare workers to pursue their dreams without financial hindrance. Our elders say that everyone goes through the experience of being young. What is not guaranteed is whether or not everyone will grow old like I have, nor what your old age will be like. We recognize that under the best of circumstances, some people will fall through the cracks, and therefore there must be safety nets. The MPP under President J. Akufo introduced the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty policy. This government under Nana Akufo-Addo has extended that LEAP program increasing expenditure from 49 million Ghana cedis in 2016 to 423 million Ghana cedis by 2023. This significant increase has provided vital support to the poorest and most vulnerable in our society. Women are the backbone of Ghanaian society. They represent the foundation of both home and the nation. But we also acknowledge the stumbling blocks that history and tradition have placed in the path of women as they move through the structures of modern life. It is no surprise, therefore, that it is during our tenure that the Affirmative Action Bill has finally been passed into law. The health of the people is critical if we are to make progress, and having introduced the National Health Insurance Scheme under President Kufuor, this government has expanded it to now cover childhood cancers, sickle cell treatment, and kidney dialysis. Our investment in healthcare infrastructure is without parallel and has brought quality healthcare closer to the people. And please permit me to make a gentle reminder that we introduced the world's largest medical drone service, which ensures that even the most remote communities have access to life-saving medical supplies. We know that education is the key to ensuring equal opportunities, and we have therefore led the way in bringing transformative changes to the sector. Let me mention one minor little detail. We have provided over 900,000 tablets to secondary school students, ensuring that every child, regardless of their background, has access to digital learning tools. But our work is far from done. We must continue to identify the cracks and introduce and enhance social intervention programs that address the evolving needs of our society. We are committed to expanding such initiatives to ensure that every Ghanaian has access to the basic necessities of life in housing, education, healthcare, and more. The MPP government has a strong and unwavering commitment to inclusivity, equity, and justice. We have initiatives, citizens, regardless of their circumstances, can live with dignity and hope. We ask for your support to continue to forge a path towards a more just and compassionate Ghana, where the vulnerable are not just supported, but empowered to thrive and lead dignified lives. Please remember, you are safe with the NPP. I thank you.
Education is the cornerstone of our future, but the MPP inherited a Ghana where a lot of young Ghanaians were dropping out of school at the JSS level. Over the last 8 years, the ETA is making education accessible to every child. We've implemented free education, benefiting over 1.8 million Ghanaians. Introduced TVET and a robust STEM education, improve.
Abusiafo mi mamu nyina majo. Mi pamocho mi mamu nyina majo. Your Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency the Vice President and leader of our party, candidate for the election 2024. My name is Dennis Apia Labi Ampofo. I am former president of the National Union of Ghana Students. Today we stand at a pivotal moment, driven by our unwavering commitment to expanding access to education in Ghana. Over the last 5 years, we have embarked on a remarkable journey of implementing initiatives that have reshaped our educational landscape and broadened opportunities for every Ghanaian child. Our government flagship program, Free Senior High School and Free TVET, are a testament to our dedication to education. Since 2017, we have increased the enrollment by about 83%, thereby welcoming over 1.4 million young Ghanaians into our secondary schools this year. This enrollment surge reflects not only investment in infrastructure and resources, but the fact that we believe every young Ghanaian deserves access to quality education, regardless of their background. The emphasis here is regardless of their background. The results speak for themselves. The highest ever first-year enrollment in our schools and the best WASI performance since 2015. The lawyers amongst us will say, Reps ipsa lecotor. However, our commitment goes beyond numbers. We have absorbed examination fee for BEC and WASI candidates, thereby alleviating the financial burden that falls on family and become a financial constraint to many students. Those of us who attended public schools will attest to how many young Ghanaians drop out of writing their final exams because of examination fees. Additionally, by removing the no guarantor system, we have doubled the number of recipients for student loan in Ghana, thereby empowering many young Ghanaians to pursue higher education. Your Excellency the President, read or heard, this I saw with my own two eyes, standing right beside the Vice President in Kumasi whilst he launched the no guarantor policy. We recognize that education is not just about access. It is about creating an environment where students bridging the digital divide and ensuring that students have the tools that they need to succeed. What this means is that the young girl from Manso Akwesiso does not need her parents to borrow money before she can have access to personal computers. We have distributed over 2,700 vehicles to educational institutions, improving access and reducing inequality in our country. I'm sure we've all seen the various buses, the big ones, with the inscription donated by Get Fund. Our commitment to education forms part of a very broad vision that includes constructing more and more public libraries than any government since 1992. We have moved our public libraries from 61 since 2017 to 115 in 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a staggering 54 public libraries in just 7 years. These are various measures that create spaces where students can grow and innovate. In transforming education, we are building a foundation for a brighter future. A future where every Ghanaian child has an opportunity to their full potential. This is our vision, and this remains our mission. A mission anchored on a legacy of creating a better future for generations. This generation and the next to come will attest to the fact that there came a government led by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and His Excellency Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia that believed, invested, and committed to education. Thank you very much. Medamu nyina amase.
NPP has elevated Ghana's cultural heritage, making it a key economic driver. Initiatives like Year of Return and Beyond the Return have boosted tourism to almost 1.14 million visitors. We have enhanced our global profile and revitalized the local tourism economy with December in GH. We've also upgraded tourism centers and promoted local talent in arts and sports, strengthening community and national pride. Let's continue this momentum. Vote MPP, vote Bawumia for a future where culture drives growth and unity. Bawumia means business.
Let's make welcome Prince David Osei.
Thank you. His Excellency, the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, the Vice President and incoming President in 2025, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, his beautiful wife, the Second Lady, and the soon-to-be First Lady, Mrs. Bawumia, Samira Bawumia, our affable Vice President in the making, in the coming, Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Chief of Staff, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of state, the chairman of the MPP party, I will indulge you to make me stand on all existing protocols. My name is Prince David Osei, and 7th November, no retreat, no surrender. We are voting for change, we are voting for progress, we are voting for digitization, we are voting for posterity. In 2019, Ghana successfully hosted the Year of Return, which was dubbed Ghana 2019, a year-long program of activities commemorating the centenary anniversary of the arrival of the recorded slave Africans in the United States. For those of us who did not understand what I meant by centenary, I meant 400 years of anniversary. The initiative was a massive success, and it opened the world's eye to Ghana as a hub of music, art, and entertainment. Eco-tourism and shone light on the rich ancestry and Ghana's role in the world history. It also contributed to the return of people with Ghana ancestry. People purchased lands and houses as they came back to Ghana, their motherland. 2019 has been, since 2019, there has been a huge number of people visiting Ghana, going beyond the return, and with a lot of tourists and returners continuing to flow in Ghana, contributing to the national economy, encouraging investors in both large and small scale, and strengthening Ghana's reputation abroad. The Akufo-Addo government has invested heavily in the renovation of sports stadiums across the country, including the Accra Sports Stadium, Baba Yara Sports Stadium, the Cape Coast Sports Stadium. In addition to this, the government has built sports stadiums in 10 regional capitals of our country. 6 of these stadiums, namely Wa in the Upper West, Dunkwa in the Office Central, Axim in Western, Domahinkro in Bono, Ho in the Volta, and Koforidia in the Eastern region. They are all ready, with the Koforidia Sports Stadium having been commissioned by His Excellency, the President of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The remaining 4 are expected to be completed this year. I think a round of applause will do. Thank you. With only 3...
Agriculture and fisheries are crucial to our economy. The MPP has
various communities across the country. The government recognizes the value of sports in Ghana society and the role it plays in the lives of Ghanaian youth. As an instrument for a healthy lifestyle and a teacher of sound values such as cooperation, fair play, endurance, and moral courage. During the MPP administration, Ghana has been firmly established as a center for the arts, music, culture, and tourism. The MPP has the bold solutions to project Ghana positively and make most of its potential. A vote for MPP is a vote for posterity. I know times are hard. It's global. UK is just recovering from recession. America is tough. Canada is tough. Our neighboring countries, Nigeria, is equally tough. So to you watching me out there, the alternative is not a solution. The alternative will send us into an abyss of disaster. Vote for progress. Vote Baumia. Vote Matthew Poko Prempe as the incoming president. Now, let me take you to a memory lane. We enjoyed free lights during the COVID pandemic era. SMEs, money was given to people, small-scale businesses. This is the kind of leadership we had and we are having. Baumia taking over the baton is progress. I don't want you to be deceived out there. There is nothing the alternative can offer. Vote for digitization. Now you can go anywhere in Ghana because of the property address, the digital property address. You can use your Ghana card. Previously, if you wanted to get a passport, you had to write an essay. Vote for change, vote for Baumia, vote for progress. Love you.
Fisheries are crucial to our economy. The MPP has enhanced these sectors with targeted initiatives with the Planting for Food and Jobs campaign, modernizing irrigation for drought-prone areas and subsidizing equipment for fishers. We've promoted sustainable practices that not only boost productivity but also ensure long-term food security. As we look to the future, we remain committed to expanding these programs, introducing advanced technologies and increasing market access to empower our farmers and fishers even further. Our journey continues to fully harness the potential of our natural resources. Vote for Baumia. Baumia means business.
Aguila.
Jamasa Nunkudaini. Yazanyore. Good evening, Ghana. My name is Tabitha Periene Ayela, and I'll be reading on agriculture and fisheries. Agriculture remains the backbone of our country's economy, nurturing a system that supports the population with diverse, nutritious foods and resilient crops. It is one of the keys in the industrialization of the economy, as well as an avenue for jobs and wealth creation. The NPP have a proven track record with regard to agriculture. Initiatives such as Planting for Food and Jobs, Rearing for Food and Jobs, Agriculture for Food and Jobs, One Village, One Dam, One District, One Warehouse, Planting for Export and Rural Development, Digitization of the cocoa sector, Pharmacists' pension schemes, the construction of fishing landing sites and harbors, which has added to the overall increase in agricultural growth rate at 2.7% in 2016 to 4.5% in 2023, and instilled vibrancy in the sector. The NPP government has made strides in the cocoa sector through a range of interventions, including introducing a living income differential of $40 per ton, digitization of the cocoa sector in the cocoa management system, the National Cocoa Farmers Pension Scheme, and the National Traceability System. Under our tenure, The crop sector has seen great progress. We have addressed the challenges of low levels of mechanization and low productivity of key crops, such as soybean, maize, and rice. Inadequate availability of certified seeds and the weak extension services through various initiatives. We have supplied tractors and accessories, power tillers, harvesters, planters, and boom sprayers to farmers at subsidized prices. Targeted specific crops such as maize and soybean to increase productivity to meet domestic and export demands. We have also recruited officers to improve the agricultural extension service provision. Under the NPP government, fisheries and agriculture has improved and expanded through programs such as Agriculture for Food and Jobs, the construction of harbors and landing sites, and the rehabilitation of hatcheries and aquaculture demonstration centers. Under the NPP, fish production has increased from approximately 435,098 metric tons in 2016 to 657,472 metric tons in 2022. The value of fish imports has almost halved from a $146 million to $74 million in the same period. We are a farmer and fisher-centered party. We understand the needs of the farmers and fisher folks and the needs of the customers. We can be trusted to build on the successes and the progress of agriculture and fisheries. We are willing to take bold steps and to provide bold solutions for agriculture and fisheries. Thank you very much.
Under the NPP, Ghana's economy has grown significantly, even amid global challenges. We've launched successful job creation programs, attracted investment, and upgraded our infrastructure. Initiatives like the 1D1F, One District, One Factory, digitalization of public services, and enhancement in transport systems have driven this growth. Despite the shifting global economic landscape and internal pressures, our commitment is unwavering. We are determined to further strengthen our economy, making it more robust and inclusive for every Ghanaian. The journey to a prosperous future continues with your support. Vote for Baumia. Baumia means business.
Ladies and gentlemen, with a resounding round of applause, let's make welcome the Honorable Ejapa Mesa.
Memabe ahao mewina aha mejas wanjem ahenwa. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency the President. The new patriotic party inherited a broken economy and a country in crisis, and from day one went to work to rebuild and restore Ghana. The Akufo-Addo government did not request a honeymoon. Between 2017 and 2020, Ghana saw strong, consistent growth in the economy until COVID-19, a global pandemic, happened in 2020 and brought the whole world economy to its knees. The pandemic, which ravaged many lives across the world, required a decisive yet empathetic leadership to manage. President Akufo-Addo rose to the occasion and engaged the Ghanaian people in his famous fellow Ghanaians addresses, and aptly stated on one occasion that while he, quote, knows how to bring the economy back to life, he does not know how to bring people back to life. His government's priority from the very outset and through the duration of the pandemic was to save Ghanaian lives and prevent the spread of the disease. The president received global acknowledgement and praise for his handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. As soon as it was safe to do so, he once again turned his attention to rebuilding the economy, to restore and repair the damage caused by the global financial crisis and the supply chain disruptions that were the direct consequence of the pandemic. The economic restoration efforts were significantly impacted by the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Despite the pandemic and despite the massive impact the war in Ukraine had on the world economy in general and Africa in particular, the NPP administration has managed to rebuild the Ghanaian economy and bring about sustainable change to the nation. This has been achieved through bold, decisive, and some very difficult but necessary decisions. Over the past 7 years, this government has, inter alia, restored macroeconomic stability, brought inflation down, growth up, interest rates down, and the exchange rate depreciation under control. It has ensured domestic production and supply of personal protective equipment for our health workers, reduced import duties by 50%, protected the deposits of over 4 million Ghanaians by saving the banking system from collapse. A leader is not lauded for the disasters that were avoided, but the Akufo-Addo-led administration has successfully managed some of the most challenging times in living memory. And while there is no reward for a crisis avoided, we can be sure that had this administration not been in place, our country would be much worse off today. The NPP knows how to steer the country through challenging times and rebound the economy. Ghana's economy is safe in our hands. A vote for Bawumia is a vote for bold solutions for Ghana's economy and the only way to ensure prosperity and growth for our dear country, Ghana. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
NPP has embarked on several community-based programs to protect our environment. The NPP initiated a large-scale tree planting campaign dubbed Green Ghana to combat deforestation and restore green spaces across the country. Schools, communities, and individuals participated in planting trees to combat deforestation and promote green spaces. Over 70 million trees have been planted under this initiative. Safety in our communities is a priority. We've strengthened security measures to protect our borders and citizens. The security forces have been retooled with equipment, and the police have benefited from investment in housing. We are committed to a safe, prosperous vote for Bawumia. Bawumia means business.
Let's make welcome the Honorable Samuel Abujidapo.
Kabre Jebotibo Party Kiyile na Ense Savannah region Ense Ghana Ebikike Anyebe Churube Nkikega. Mr. President, incoming President, incoming First Lady, incoming Vice President, Mr. Chairman, thank you for your outstanding leadership. This 2024 MPP Manifesto evidently is an action plan to build on the enviable record of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo to create hundreds, thousands, and millions of jobs for the Ghanaian youth and bring the much needed development to our people. Let me very briefly highlight some of the remarkable achievements which, God willing, the incoming President of the Republic, Dr. will leverage to unleash prosperity for the Ghanaian people. Firstly, by dint of hard work and innovative policies, we have overtaken South Africa as the leading producer of gold on the continent and the sixth in the world. We have revamped the dormant Bibiani and Obuasi mines, and exports received from gold alone in the $5 billion United States dollars. Our policy under construction by Newmont in the Hafo region, Kaduna Namdini in the Upper East region, and Azuma Resources in the Upper West region, which will consolidate our position as the leading producer of gold in Africa. Even more important for us is that these investments have created scores of jobs for the youth, and more high-paying jobs will become available when these mines start operation. And with our value addition, local content and local policy, including the construction of refineries, mandatory listing on the Ghana Stock Exchange, and the reservation of jobs and the provision of some 50 goods and services for the Ghanaian private sector, the people of Ghana are benefiting directly from this new, enhanced, indigenous mining industry. Through our enhanced regulation of the small-scale mining sector and the ramping up of community mining schemes, even while we acknowledge that we still have a long way to go, this sector is largely, without a shred of doubt, more sanitized than we met it in 2016. And the reduction of withholding tax on unprocessed gold in this sector from 3% to 1.5% has led to over 6,000% increment in gold exports from the small-scale mining sector alone. Through the domestic gold purchase program, Ghana's gold reserves have increased from 8 tons since independence to 17 tons in just 5 years. And the Gold for Oil program has contributed to stabilizing the prices of petrol at the pump. President Bawumia, with this manifesto, will establish the Novel Minerals Development Bank. It will be jobs, jobs, jobs for the Ghanaian people. Large and small-scale mining will flourish, thereby creating jobs for the teeming youth of our country. Secondly, through our policies in the forestry sector, Ghana has become a global leader in forest management and nature-based climate action. Green Ghana alone has resulted in the planting of 52 million trees in just 4 years. Between 2017 and 2023 alone, some 721,000 hectares of forest have been cultivated, 5 times more than the 157,300 hectares cultivated in the whopping 53 years between 1963 and 2016. We are protecting our environment indeed. And we are digitizing the records of the Lands Commission to ensure effective and efficient land service delivery. And thirdly, we have kept a well-equipped armed forces and secured our borders for the past 8 years. The Akufo-Addo government has settled $13 million United States dollars arrears owed to peacekeeping personnel and increased their allowances from $30 to $35 United States dollars per soldier per day. Phase 1 and 2 of the Barras Regenerative Project, the transformation agenda of the military housing project for the Ghana Armed Forces, the 583 housing units constructed to support the accommodation needs of security services personnel of our country, the 933 vehicles, the 4,202 motorbikes, and the 3 helicopters provided to the Ghana Police Service, aside increasing the number of personnel by almost 40%, are just a few of the interventions made to secure our safety and security through our gallant men and women in uniform. In these 2024 elections, we, the youth, have a clear choice to make, like never before in past elections. A choice between 8 years of tangible and impactful achievement against 8 years of broken promises, doomsday, and an era of unemployment association of Ghana. A choice between this well-thought-through 2024 MPP manifesto, fashioned to expand opportunities for Ghana's private sector and create jobs for the young people of our country, and one which has been tried, tested, and failed woefully. Total failure it was. And above all, a choice between a smart, hard-working, youthful, and problem-solving leader of enormous personal integrity who will work for you day and night, and those who have been tried, failed, and are desperately attempting to recycle themselves. Never again. Let us therefore, young men and women, from Laura to Sekendi, from Hohoi to Asante Mampong, from Saboba to Kintampo, and of course, from my beloved constituency of Damango, rally behind Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh and the new Patriotic Party, a game changer for the youth of Ghana. And so, my friends, fellow young Ghanaians, in all humility and modesty, I say to you today that this 2024 MPP Manifesto will be strictly and sacredly implemented to the fullest. Visionary leader, and by the grace of Almighty God, the next president of our republic, the man with bold solutions for the future, His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. A vote for DMB, a vote for DMB, and NAPO is a vote for the youth. A vote for DMB and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh is a vote for jobs. A vote for DMB and a vote for NAPO is a vote for bold solutions for the future. Fellow patriots, I am the 10th speaker and the final speaker. And therefore, on this auspicious note, let me introduce to you the spectacular legacy of the outstanding president of our country, the president of the movement, the president who has built Ghana to this point, the president of compassion, the president, the fatherly president, and the president of our country, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And it is my honor, to introduce to you the legacy documentary titled, and I quote, "A Strong Legacy to Build On," end quote. Enjoy it. We are moving forward. We are firing forward. We are moving from north to east to west to south, and the new Patriotic Party is marching on to victory. The next president of this republic of ours. Thank you.
From the bustling cities to the serene rural landscapes, the strategic investments by the MPP government have touched every corner of Ghana. Since January 2017, under the visionary leadership of President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, Ghana has embarked on a transformative journey guided by a commitment to progress, people development, and prosperity. Join us as we delve into the story of this remarkable journey. Education is the foundation of any thriving society, and the new Patriotic Party, the NPP government, recognizes that the future of Ghana rests in the hands of its youth. Since 2017, the government has undertaken bold and visionary steps to reshape the educational landscape of our nation, ensuring that every child, regardless of background, has the opportunity to succeed. The free senior high school SHS policy stands as a testament to this commitment. The establishment of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics STEM schools across the country is preparing our youth for the challenges and opportunities of the 21st century. Technical and vocational skills training TVET centers have been revitalized, ensuring that those with talent in technical fields have the tools they need to excel. Over 2,400 students are currently enrolled in STEM programs. Healthcare and infrastructure are the lifelines of any nation. This groundbreaking initiative aims to construct 111 new hospitals across the country. The government's investment in over 300 ambulances distributed nationwide has revolutionized emergency healthcare. Under the NPP government, road construction and rehabilitation have reached unprecedented levels. Major highways, bridges, and feeder roads are being upgraded and expanded, ensuring that every corner of Ghana is connected. Railways are experiencing a revival, with significant investment aimed at restoring and expanding the rail network. Airports, too, have seen significant upgrades, positioning Ghana as a key hub in West Africa. The Planting for Food and Jobs initiative has been at the forefront of this agricultural revolution. The groundbreaking program has provided farmers across the nation with access to high-quality seeds, fertilizers, and modern farming techniques. The impact is clear. Over 1.9 million farmers have directly benefited from the Planting for Food and Jobs initiatives, leading to a 45% reduction in rice imports as local production continues to grow. The government has invested heavily in expanding and retooling our security agencies, ensuring that they are well equipped to protect our nation from both internal and external threats. Through innovative policies and bold solutions, the government is ensuring that our natural resources are protected. The transition to renewable energy is a key pillar of this vision. Ghana is on track to achieve a 10% renewable energy mix by 2030. Social interventions are the cornerstone of an inclusive society, ensuring that no one is left behind, regardless of their circumstances. At the heart of these efforts, in the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty LEAP program, a flagship social protection initiative that has been a beacon of support for many low-income families. Since its expansion under the NPP government, LEAP has reached over 330,000 households. The school feeding program is another critical intervention that has transformed the lives of children across Ghana by providing nutritious meals to over 3 million students in more than 9,000 schools. Affordable housing is another area where the NPP government has made significant strides, providing affordable, quality housing for low and middle-income families. As we look into Ghana's next chapter, the NPP government remains dedicated to expanding and enhancing these programs. Together, we are building a Ghana that is not just prosperous, but fair, inclusive, and caring.
There you have it. A manifesto developed with love, which is gearing to build on the legacy of a government that has passionately led the development of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long listening period, but it tells you there are a lot more to talk about as a government. At this juncture, we should all take note that the manifesto that is about to be unveiled is one that has been done based on wide consultations, talking to the Ghanaian people from across this country, from the north to the south, to the west and the east. The farming area, our brothers and sisters in the mining area, our uncles and fathers in the business area inside Abosiokai, our lawyers and doctors have all been engaged. And this is a manifesto that is going to lead us into the next phase of Ghana's development. Let's listen to the chairman of the Manifesto Committee.
The NPP manifesto being unveiled today has gone through a meticulous process of engagement stirred by Dr. Bahumia's commitment to uphold the core values of the party. At the helm was the Manifesto Committee, whose chairman ensured that every discussion was infused with a blend of the party's ideology and the unique persona of the presidential candidate. Across the length and breadth of the country, different groups were engaged. Their inputs providing a careful balance that lays bare the foundation of a document that reflects a shared vision, but also resonates with the aspirations of the people. Dr. Baumia himself sat in for his vision to
to be put to strict test and scrutiny. The chairman is thankful to all the various committees. This manifesto reflects the needs and aspirations of Ghanaians and is fueled by the vision and dynamism of Dr. Bawumia.
The manifesto is the social contract of the party, but in particular, the presidential candidate of the party with the generality of the citizenry. The person who is leading the party, and of course you know that the party has its own ideology, private sector enterprise-led or free market enterprise party. He, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, is an established economist. He represents a microcosm of the Ghanaian society. He belongs to the academia as well. For 16 years, he has been into politics. And together with his boss, they've traversed the length and breadth of this country. There's no place that he hasn't visited. And in that enterprise, he's met a cross-section of Ghanaians. So even though his own ideas have been shaped by his upbringing, his training, professional training, and his politics, he knows that he's not the repository of wisdom and knowledge. So when he became the flag bearer, he set out to engage a cross-section of the Ghanaian society. He had put together a team to help him craft his manifesto. But walking around, engaging the citizens, he was with us. Wherever he went, he presented his own vision, and then asked the people that he had met, professionals, market women, artisans, farmers, policemen, lawyers, engineers, and so on. He met all of them. And then when he had spoken to them, he also asked them to speak to him. We listened and took out salient matters that they brought out to fertilize his own vision. And it is the combination of this that we have put together so that his own vision then will respond to the concerns, the needs of the Ghanaian society. That is what we have done. That is what the Manifesto Committee has done. I must express my gratitude to my compatriots in the Manifesto Committee, my Vice Chairman, the Honorable Kojo Opon-Nkrumah, the Secretariat staff led by Yvonne Hughes, and the various committees that we had to deal with, representing the various sectors, energy, education, health, infrastructure, all of them. And I would say that together we fashioned a document that the people of this country will be proud of. And on behalf of the committee, let me also express our profound gratitude to the Vice President, His Excellency, the presidential candidate of the party, for the opportunity that he's given to us to assist him in crystallizing his own vision. We thank him so much, and we believe that Ghanaians will not be disappointed, and that when he's voted for, Ghanaians will be well pleased in his vision.
Thank you. The DJ is already in the next chapter. This is the manifesto launch.
We are going to soak in a lot of messages, a lot of information, and a lot of data. But we are getting right there to that point. Please stay with us and follow this very short video as we usher in a very, very important personality. The video, please.
In the heart of Ghana, where history and with determination as his compass, Dr. Prempeh stepped into the realm of politics, not as a distant figure, but as a hands-on advocate for his people. He is a man of destiny, pushing the limits. In 2009,
Dr. Prempeh entered the political arena as the Member of Parliament for Malaysia South constituency. His leadership skills and vision quickly propelled him to key ministerial positions. Recognized for his leadership skills and contributions to education, Dr. Prempeh in the implementation of the government's flagship free SHS program and other transformational policies in education. He then stepped in as Energy Minister during Nana Addo's second term and helped keep the lights on. Now, in a defining moment of his career, Dr. Prempeh has been nominated as the running mate for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the NPP's presidential candidate. Together, they are the perfect pair to lead Ghana into a future of prosperity and transformation. Meet Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, popularly called Napo, running mate for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in the 2024 general election.
Ladies and gentlemen, the running mates of the new Patriotic Party, let's put our hands together for the incoming Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, aka Napo, the People's Man, the Member of Parliament for the good people of Malaysia South. Please, put your hands together, let it be resounding. Make a lot more noise. Make a lot more noise. The man of the moment. Your Excellency.
His Excellency, the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. His Excellency the Vice President, Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. The Second Lady of the Republic, Hajia Samira Bawumia. The National Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, and all patriots gathered here this evening. I hope I can stand on existing protocols. I'm here briefly to link what we have done and give you a foretaste of what is to come. A link between the last of the titans, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and the future generation led by Dr. Bawumia. I hope this heroic task I'll be able to do. In 2011, around 2 a.m., I was woken up by the security guards of His Excellency the President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, way back in Bolga. When I went to see him, he was alone in the canteen of that famous hotel. We sat down to talk, obviously waking from sleep. And he said some profound things to me that evening. He said, Napo, Matthew Prempeh, this party, you are the next generation. I'm going to give you some advice, pieces of advice this evening. And I hope you can stick to it. What were the advice or the pieces of advice? He said, my whole aim is to make sure when we get into government, we succeed ourselves. And I can only leave the party to one of three people. He proceeded to mention who he felt comfortable in 2011 to leave the party when he exits office. He's our second presidential candidate who is offering 8 years of competent leadership. 8 years of delivery. I can say, without any converting, that 2 of the 3 are representing and coming after him. That is Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Dr. Matthew Opoku
Prempeh. Leadership is born and crowning achievements. Today is about leaving us, but it is ensuring that we succeed ourselves in breaking a considerable time here. I've been through Amenfi, Wasa. I've been through Disco. I've gone to Jura. I've gone to Nzema. I've gone to Ahanta. I've been to Esekado, meeting chiefs and leaders in all these communities. And I'm overwhelmed by the love and warmth of the people of this region. I've been everywhere with the chairman of the party and the regional minister of the region. And I can only say thank you for the good work you do on behalf of MPP. Patriots, we have a general election to win. We have a general election to win. And this general election, we will win. With God, it is possible. This is a call to duty. This is a call to duty. And today's manifesto launch is the show of our contest of our ideas and policies that is going to serve as a guiding light, inshallah, 7th January when he assumes office. He promises us that he needs no honeymoon. From 7th January, he's going to start working for and the people of Ghana. The MPP which he represents, which he leads, and when he says to lead, your work has been shown that you are a man or say adeyo oka oye. Based upon the work that you have done, I'm sure Ghanaians are going to give us the mandate to continue from where we are. Mr. President, what you did in education has not been even demonstrated here. In 2016, it was a contest of ideas. When you talk about free SHS and free TVET, you didn't stop there. From early childhood care and new nurseries you developed. You made sure that in the era of IT, every school gets a school laboratory, and it is in progress. You made sure every teacher gets a laptop for IT, and it is in progress. And you made sure every student in secondary gets a laptop, and it's in progress. Mr. President, when you assumed office in the year 2017, 40,000 Ghanaian students had passed their WASI exams but could not get their results because they couldn't pay examination fees. 40,000 Ghanaians at BEC and WASI could not get access to their results because they couldn't pay examination fees, not even school fees. Before you came into office, Mr. President, for every 100 Ghanaian students that qualified to go to senior high school, 35 could not go because they couldn't afford it. 35. For the 65 that went into secondary school, Mr. President, by the time of WASI, another 30 had dropped out. And that is why it was only 800 students in school when you came up. Mr. President, even not all that 800 would have qualified or been able to stay through 3 years. I can assure you, the people of Ghana will forever remember you, that as we speak, every child that goes to secondary school leaves secondary school with the best results ever. The most profound thing, Mr. President, the most profound thing that you did in education. When the naysayers said it couldn't be possible, you made it possible. When the naysayers said you were diluting education, you were lowering standard, Mr. President, the first batch of free SHS stayed home 5 months because of COVID. And when they came back to school and they sat for their WASI, the best results ever Ghana has had. 68% of all A18, aggregate A1, 8 subjects happened for that group. 68%, the whole of West Africa. Ghana got 68% of A1s, 8 subjects. Not only that, we for the first time passed all 4 core subjects. That had never happened, Mr. President. Not only that, the best 3 students that ever happened came from your country, Ghana. That is leadership. That is delivery. That is leadership. Mr. President, we moved from education to energy under your watch. And we said, no longer will Ghana have doomsday. In fact, by 2017, when you got into office, it had been 5 years of doom, 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 doom. It was not doomsday. It was 5 years of doom. In fact, a former president said he will watch how we solve the doom problem. Not only have we kept the light on, Mr. President, even under trying times, the light has been on. Mr. President, I can say that the average electricity prices now is cheaper, dollar by dollar, from between 2017 and now. You have not only exhibited competence, you have exhibited leadership par excellence, Mr. President. I do know that right beside you was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If you set the vision, he set the mission. If you ensure delivery, he made sure your government ticked. No wonder you pulled all stops to let him succeed. And surely God will bless your effort, Mr. President. I am a strong believer, Mr. President, after listening to your record. Personally, I'm a strong believer in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I've worked closely with him than many more would ever know. I believe in his ability and his knowledge, and surely he's the man of the moment. I, Masyopo Prempe, I am committed to serving him loyally, to ensuring his vision is translated to a mission and an action purpose for myself. I know his vision is for a brighter, better, business-friendly country called Ghana. And I pledge to even work harder to support this vision. There is so much we can do, patriots, together if we pull all our hearts and minds together towards that common goal, that common shared purpose of victory 2024 December. Mr. President, nothing would make you happier. No legacy would ever pass the fact that on 7th January, your sword will be handed over to your Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. You've given the next generation ample time to study and to work and to serve. It is our time to deliver. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is a man of vision. He's a man on a mission. He is humble, but he is firm. He is affable. He is respectful. He is honest, and he is loyal. He is a problem solver and a very hard worker, a man of integrity and a go-getter. He is destined to take Ghana to the next level. Before I take my seat, His Excellency the President, let me say this, and I'll say it again. I know Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. He is not corrupt. And will not be corrupted. In his public life, Mr. President, he has never been accused of corruption. And in his public life, he has never been investigated for corruption. I am sure and certain that you are giving an honorable man to continue where you left off. No matter what the naysayers say, Mr. President, he is not corrupt. He has never been accused of corruption. And he has never been investigated for corruption. And he will never be corrupt. We Kukudites will fight from room to room, house to house, village to village, community to community, that never again will we have doom so. Never again will there be petrol queues. Never again will money be the determinant of how much education level you can achieve. And surely, the day of accountability is coming straight to some.
Martin Sampa, it's not a year donkey. Chichamo Dronusian said, on Yankupo family, you be between Aya, Amadi, or City. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, it is possible. Hey! No. Nimdia Onyakupodia to Muano. Ayomaiga Nampunti ontia. And Unti Abrana Sosa. Wubadi wa Mayanim. Ay! Tadia! Asudia to Muano. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ayomaiga Nampunti ontia. And Unti Abrana Sosa. Neba. Ubedi on my doctor, yeah, Nimpiania Kuquadro, our Brazilian in Cabomunti. Oh my God, I'm from Wunuk Radiani Wapoyanti.